This is James Lutton for Round 8 Boxing. Delighted to be joined with Billy Quinncroft. Billy, how are you, mate?
Going good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, very good. Thank you, mate. Very good. Just wanted to get you on. Obviously, you've got a fight coming up very soon, but I want to go back a little bit. Tell me how you started in boxing. I think you're a bit of a late comer to the sport.
Yeah, so basically I played football pretty much all my life. Getting a bit old to be hanging on for it, so sort of looking for an out. And always done sort of boxing on and off just for a bit of fitness. And then an opportunity came up to do like a white collar corporate rumble sort of thing. It's called Perth Corporate Rumble here in Perth. So I gave that a shot, and then basically fell in love with it since then. And then yeah, just gone on to it, I guess. And yeah, Tony reached out for an opportunity, and yeah, I basically jumped on it and haven't looked back since.
Talk to me about the differences between fitness levels for boxing and football.
Yeah, there's definitely levels. I picked that up straight away. Anyone that I guess that's jumping in, it's totally different fitness. You can up and run all day, but when you're punching and moving your legs and moving your body, breathing, trying to not get hit, it's definitely yeah, different levels of fitness. It is yeah, you can't compare them.
And talk to me about the differences between the team sport and the individual. Obviously, you can't rely on anybody else. You can't blame anybody else. It's all on you.
Yeah, like that's huge for me. I guess as I was getting later into my career in football, that was something I was probably trying to hold on to is not taking responsibility myself, if I'm being totally honest. Whereas I guess when you're boxing, it's you. If you put the hard work in, it shows. If you don't, then you get found out real quick, as the ring's a very lonely place and you got nowhere to hide. So it soon shows.
Obviously, you played to a decent level of football. Talked about the pressures of being in sport for a long time in professional sport and the pressure of keeping and maintaining a high level.
Yeah, I guess you sort of get used to it. I guess when you're in that zone, you sort of it just becomes natural, I guess. But I guess when you look outside in, yeah, you've got to turn up and perform week in, week out, no matter what. And I guess with boxing, it's the same daily. You have your ups and downs as any sport, but I guess it's just having a strong mindset, having strong goals, and trying to stick to them best as you can, and having good people around you. That's what helps.
And how did you end up in Australia, in Perth?
So we came out all together as a family. Everyone, yeah, me, mum, dad, brother, all came out, and then as the Australian thing, they split up as soon as they get here and do their own things. As it's just part of the Australian dream. So yeah, we all came out as a family, and then yeah, all doing our different things now.
And as I mentioned at the start of the call, you've got a big fight coming up, fighting for the state cruiserweight title, Bilal Seydoux,
Yeah,
undefeated fighter and former sparring partner of yours. Um,
yeah.
First of all, take me back to those sparring sessions. What are they like?
Oh, mate, yeah, he's a big, powerful boy. Just look at his poster, you can see he's a lump. So he's definitely no shortage of power. But yeah, look, it's going to be a tough battle. I'm actually looking forward to it, and I respect Bilal very highly. He's a real nice lad and very respectful himself. So it's going to be a great fight. So yeah, I'm excited for it, and hopefully everyone enjoys it when we put on the show.
Do you think the fact that you sparred him before, you may know some little bits and pieces about him, does that give you, I mean,
Definitely, yeah, for
and
sure. Like, obviously, it was a little while ago, so you get to know people's styles and how they work and whatnot. So you're not going in raw, I guess, watching videos. You've dealt with it and you sort of visualize it yourself. Of oh, he's going to try to do this, try to do that. But once again, we did spar a little while ago, so I guess we both probably definitely improved since then as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, I'm sure he's going to try out some tricks up his sleeves as well.
obviously you may feel you may have an advantage knowing what he's like aspiring, but he will feel the same as well. So going into that knowing that he's also got the same sort of advantage for you, do you feel like you need to change anything heading into this fight?
Yeah, of course. You've always got to, yeah, like you say, you put your cards on the deck when you're sparring, and then you never go 100%. Let's be honest. Everyone would know that in boxing, and you're trying to work on things. So depending where he catches you in your sparring, I guess routines or whatnot, yeah, there's always going to be something that I know what I have to do. I guess in my head and visualize that. So yeah, you've got to change it up and be able to adapt on the night as well. So.
Talk to me about the feeling of fighting for a title.
Yeah, look, to be honest, you asked me a year ago, I would have laughed and said, yeah, never gonna happen. But look, opportunities come. So yeah, as soon as Tony sort of had a chat with me, and I said, yeah, like I'm never one to turn down opportunities in life. So yeah, look, I'll give it my best shot, and yeah, I'm feeling comfortable and confident. I've worked hard this camp. So yeah, the feeling of it is sort of surreal to be honest. Just because yeah, it's huge for me for coming so late into the sport and to give it a good slog out. Yeah, why not? Like I'm gonna try to take every opportunity and yeah, buzzing to be honest to be fighting for it.
You mentioned Oscar a year ago, you'd have laughed. When you started boxing and turned professional, what were your hopes? What were your ambitions?
I don't really know. That's a tough question, to be honest. Like, I guess, yeah, just to do a professional fight was probably the first one, and then I guess to get another one under your belt, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, why not? If there's an opportunity, let's go. Like, don't get me wrong, I know there's levels to boxing. I'm not silly in that sense. I know where I'm not going to get to for sure. So, but yeah, I like to test myself and yeah, see where I can go. But yeah, look, there's definitely a limit of where I know I can go for sure. So I'm not delusional in that sense, but yeah, look, if anyone knows me, everyone that knows me, I'll give everything a shot and yeah, give it my best and see where we end up.
Is there any added incentive? Not that you need any with a title, and obviously with a record, undefeated record on your side there, but is there any incentive to become the first person to beat Bilal as a professional?
Oh, it'd be nice, yeah. He's probably going to have the thing as well because obviously I spar with the boys that have fought him too, so they're probably all excited, thinking, yeah, at least someone get through him because yeah, look, he's a tough opponent and yeah, look, I'm looking to taking his duck off him. I guess is that's what you call it, take his O. So yeah, let's get to it.
For you, obviously, you mentioned there, you're very realistic. You take opportunities as they come, and it sounds like you very much take your fights one at a time, and see what's next after the next fight, sort of thing. But what doors do you hope get opened by winning a title?
Oh, look, I guess the short-term goal, I'd love to fight over East and to see, yeah, where the level's at over on the Eastern States because that's where a lot of the big players are, and the level definitely steps up for sure. You can see that just from the rankings and whatnot. So maybe an opportunity to fight over East on a show that would be huge for me. From yeah, not I guess coming from nothing in boxing and in such a short time, then yeah, why not? Like yeah, over East show would be the sort of next big goal.
My last question was going to ask you what's on your boxing bucket list. As you mentioned there, fighting over the eastern side of things. Anything else for you that you really want to tick off in your career?
Um, yeah, it's tough again. Tough, good question. Yeah, I don't know. I feel just try to keep it active as possible as life lecture. So try to get a few under my belt, see where we end up, and I guess yeah, you just want to try never to lose your O in boxing. So let's see how long I can hold on to that for.
I feel like obviously speaking to you now, you've like you say, very realistic. You sort of your ceiling almost sort of things like that. And you're taking it one fight at a time. You seem very content within your career and within life to just have a bit of fun with it, really.
Oh, 100%, mate. That's what life's about. Like, can't be too serious. Don't get me wrong, you train hard and you work hard enough, but at the end of the day, it's all an experience. So as long as yeah, I guess in life, that's what I have sort of worked to philosophy too, is that you get some problems and you get solutions and you work through it. So just give it your best and yeah, sort of, I guess if you put the work in, at the end of the day, results 99% of the time show. So yeah, I'll work on that a lot.
Absolutely. Billy, I want to thank you for your time, mate. Really appreciate it. We'll leave it there. All the best of luck for the fight. Looking forward to seeing it
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on, mate.
anytime. Thanks, Billy.